Now, God's going to take care of his people.
Yes, ma'am.
As long as we trust him and obey him, he's going to take care of his people.
Yes.
I'm not telling you something I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
something I went through.
Yes, ma'am. What's up, YouTube? It's Mel, and I'm here today on a very special day with my grandmother, the Alma Dee Gaylord. Woo!
You got it.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, very much blessed.
Good.
Thank God.
Good. Let me brag on her a little bit. She's the mother of 5, grandmother of 16. I'm one of those. Great grandmother of 11 and great grandmother of 3. Wow, all them babies.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. So, Grandma, where were you born?
I was born in Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Wow, okay. All right. And how many siblings did you have?
I had 5.
Okay. And were you the baby?
No,
Okay.
I was the knee baby.
Oh, so you were before the baby. Okay. All right. And so from Goldsboro, North Carolina, where did you went from Goldsboro? Did you go to Wilson, or how did you get to Wilson? Or
Okay, my mother passed. Which
Okay.
I never knew anything about it because I was so small.
Okay.
My sister and I was only like 11 months apart.
Okay.
So when Mama passed, all of us, which I had 5 brothers and 7 sisters,
Woo.
we were divided among
Okay.
3 families
Okay.
because my dad had to get rid of everything after we buried Mom, they say. So we all went to different families, which was our older brothers
Okay. Wow.
and our grandmother, her mother.
Okay.
So that's where we were. My sister and I were the youngest. So we were like their babies to them.
Okay.
So my 2 older sisters took care of us.
Okay.
They were our mama.
Oh, wow.
And we lived with our oldest brother, Wesley.
Okay.
And we stayed there until I was almost ready to go to school.
Okay.
And when I was in the 1st grade, like I went to school this day, my dad had remarried
Okay.
my stepmother,
Okay. Miss Annie.
Miss Annie Lane,
okay.
Annie Sharp Lane.
Wow. Okay.
They came to the school to pick me up. And I went to school one day there. They picked me up and took us to our new home with our new mama.
Wow. And you really liked Miss Annie. Can you share a few
Not
things?
like I loved her.
Yes, yeah. You
She
speak.
was the only mother I knew.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So what did she teach you? She taught you about canning, right? And,
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
Everything. And most of all, she didn't forget the Lord.
Good.
We had Bible study.
Wow.
The big old Bible that I wanted, picture Bible. She would read and turn it over so we could see it. We were sitting on the floor like the Indians.
Wow.
It was awesome, and we looked forward to it.
Wow.
She had so much patience with us.
Okay.
Never, if she ever hit me, I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
But she could talk to us.
Okay.
And she only had 1 child. She was a previous marriage also.
Okay. Okay.
She had 1 son, and that son had 6 children.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And we all became to love each other.
Good. Good.
Her son's wife died in childbirth.
Okay. Wow.
And that meant that was 2 families. Okay, we lived in a 2-story house. There were two families there because we all took care of each other.
Okay. So you kind of grew up in a blended family.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But very lovable.
But very lovable. Good. Did that help you? Because you really love babies. You love...
yeah, I love children.
Mm-hmm,
I always wanted 4 children.
Okay.
And the Lord blessed me with 5.
Wow. 5 children. That's beautiful. Okay. So from Goldsboro to Wilson, and after Wilson, where did you live then?
After let's go back a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
After my sister got killed, she wasn't even old enough to go to school. And I was going on 7. I don't think I had reached 7 then. My dad, back in the day, nobody would mess with you.
Okay.
Everybody was out in the country, you know what I'm saying? So my dad wrote a letter to his friends, because my daddy didn't drive. He bought a car, but he never drove. And he wanted me and my sister to take it to the neighbor.
Okay.
We did. On the way back, a drunk driver hit her. Yeah. And she died instantly.
Wow. Yeah.
And it kind of tore me up.
Okay.
I was so nervous that I couldn't.
Yeah.
I had shakes, really.
Okay.
So I couldn't go to school right away because I had to get myself together. I needed therapy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I saw a car coming, if I was near my mom, I would always hold her real tight, you know. So God bless me very much.
So how did you get over that? Whew, I got tears. How did you get over that?
What? Oh, the accident? Actually, I still have a... It was on a Saturday.
Wow.
And it's just like it was right there. Even there, all these years.
You can still remember it?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. You also are known for your kindness, peach cobbler, collard greens. You really cook those. And your outspokenness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. And I hope all of you guys got that. But you can't use it too hard now.
Yeah.
People are mean now. They'll shoot you. You don't know it's coming.
Yeah.
That's true. Now, in the beginning, I always was a housewife. I never worked while my kids were small.
Okay.
But when all my kids got in school, I started working right across the school from Washington High School. And I only worked 4 hours.
Okay.
Because I was just like a cab.
A cab, okay.
I went to the school board because when we came in from Okinawa,
okay.
And we was in the wrong district.
Okay.
I saw the school and I said, oh no, my kids aren't going there. I went to the school board and talked to the superintendent.
Good.
And I wanted permission for him to drive my own kids to school.
Yes, ma'am.
So he gave me permission to do it. I would take kids to 3 schools every morning, pick them up so I wasn't doing nothing but driving all day.
Yeah.
Had to wash at night because I wouldn't be home during the day.
Transporting kids. Okay.
So I would do that, and then I went to school to get further education with children.
Okay.
And I got a job with KinderCare.
Oh, wow.
You know, KinderCare is all over from here to Canada. I worked with KinderCare a year and a half as teaching kindergarten.
Good.
Okay, I learned as much as I could. I saw how it worked. And then I had to go to the hospital for some kind of procedure.
Okay.
So while I was there, I was lying on the bed and I said, Lord, you know, I'm not making the money I should make as much as I'm talking and teaching. And just like you and I were talking, the Lord said, you don't have to stay there. I'm in this 9-room house, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Kids in service. Here I am. He said, you got a 9-room house there.
Yeah.
I want you to dedicate 3 rooms to children.
Wow.
I didn't have no children. I didn't have nothing. I called one from my hospital bed. She said, well, Mama, what you going to do? I said, I'm going to go obey the Lord. And it escalated.
Wow. And you had your own home daycare for how many years? Because I remember the graduations, you would have the record player and they had their own cap and gowns.
I made those.
Wow, that's awesome. Wow.
It was so much fun.
Okay.
We had so many birthdays, Lord. And I had good parents. When I say birthdays, I could look for the cabs coming up, bringing stuff for.
You're 86 years young, so you've seen a lot of history, Grandma. I mean, a lot of things. You lived in the South. So we're in 2020. Has anything surprised you that you've seen over the years?
This year, I've never seen anything like it.
Okay. With COVID-19 and just the mask and
I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah.
But my parents used to tell me about the influenza.
Okay.
They told us a lot about that.
Okay.
They made a song of that.
Wow. Okay.
So now it don't surprise me. And this is, if you read your Bible, and I know you do.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what you call a pledge.
Plague. Okay. A plague. Okay.
Have your pastor ever told you that?
Yes, ma'am.
You remember the pledge with Pharaoh?
The Egyptians.
That's what this is.
A plague. Wow.
And the people can do whatever they want to do, but when God says so, that's when the slate is going to be wiped clean.
Wow.
That's when it's going to be wiped clean. Now, God's going to take care of his people.
Yes, ma'am.
As long as we trust him and obey him, he's going to take care of his people.
Yes.
I'm not telling you something I heard. I'm telling you something I went through.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I stayed overseas for 7 years in different countries.
Okay.
And I learned a lot.
You mentioned Okinawa.
Okinawa. I was on Guam after Guam had gotten
What was it? The bomb.
bombed.
Okay.
When we got there, you could see some of the debris still on the ground.
So you've seen a lot of history. You've seen the first African-American president.
Yes.
Yes. How did you feel about that?
Oh, I felt wonderful.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like was the way they treated him.
Yes, ma'am.
And the guy was extremely smart.
Yes, ma'am.
But this right here,
Yes, ma'am.
that's what they tried to hold us back.
Yes, ma'am.
Never know. See, God got a bouquet. He has a bouquet of people.
Yes, ma'am.
Every color.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Every creed. Yes, ma'am.
Every creed got a
Yes,
color.
ma'am. Yes,
And
ma'am.
everybody that's on earth, when God made man, and then he said, I'm going to make him a helpmate.
Okay. Yes.
A helpmate. And that's what we are supposed to be doing.
That's right. Are you single? Are you available?
Very much.
Oh, okay. All right. Just want you all to know that she is single. Do you have a favorite color?
Yes, I like black.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
And I like orange.
You like orange. Do you have a favorite grandchild?
No. Every one of them is my favorite. If they need talking about, I'm the one to come to.
You also you're a professional quilter. You've made lots. I mean, how many quilts have you made, Grandma?
You know what? I think I made almost 100 quilts in my life.
I know I have about 10 of your quilts. Yeah. Wow.
See, it came down through the years. My grandmother, my aunt, everybody, my stepmother.
Okay, Miss Annie.
See, back in the day, you could have your quilts hanging from the loft.
Okay.
And I was a little girl, me and my sister. So we was the needle threaders.
Okay.
We had to keep all the needle threads. 3 of them was do those quilts.
Wow.
I tell you, and I thank God today for my stepmother.
Yes, ma'am.
She passed in 74.
Wow. Okay.
But she was an awesome woman.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so smart.
Yeah. I love to hear the stories of you talking about. What does this generation lack that your generation
They like loving each other, helping each other. When I was a child, my father was a sharecropper as long as he could. And we raised a lot of stuff.
Okay.
If my dad would kill one pig,
Wow.
the neighbors had to have a piece of it.
So you all helped each other out?
Help each other out.
So nobody lacked for anything?
Nobody lacked for nothing. I don't care what it was. If you had a peach tree, everybody had peaches. Everybody had pecans.
So
they don't do
was,
that today. They need to have more love.
They need more love.
More love.
Okay.
They need to have more love. And the children that are coming on today,
yes, ma'am.
And you know it's in the Bible, weaker but wiser.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of people haven't gotten it yet. They haven't caught it yet. You're not, the children aren't raising you. You are supposed to raise the children.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And number two, I've got to say it because I've seen it so much, and because I've done been in a lot of stores. When a child say, well, I want this, don't stand there and cuss that child out. He's a child.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
He's a child.
Yeah.
He don't know any better unless you teach him.
That's right.
If you're not teaching that child, it's not too cool. And you can tell, because the child gonna let you know where he is when you go walk out in public. Everybody's gonna know what you're doing at home.
That's true.
If you're not raising them, it's
So
gonna
would you say racism is worse now, or was it worse when you were coming up?
You know what? It's worse now, but it tried to be hid. Oh, it's there big time. Big time.
Yeah.
But they tried to hide it. But I got news for them.
Uh-oh.
I got news for them. You're not going nowhere. Because if you read that Bible, it tell you to love. He didn't care what color.
That's right. That's right.
Because when God get ready for one of us, he has a garden full of flowers. He just goes out and pick one. He didn't say what color it is. He just picked one.
Okay.
And as the song say,
Yes, ma'am.
if the Lord wants somebody, I didn't say need. He don't need nothing.
That's right.
Here am I. Send me.
If there was only one message you could tell anybody, what would that message be?
If you don't know the Lord, seek him. He is there waiting.
Seeking why he may be found.
That somebody may be found. If you can talk to somebody, tell them how good it is. If you have a friend that's on drugs and don't know where they are this morning, help them out. Try to tell them that you got a God. And he's a good God.
Yes, ma'am.
He's a merciful God. He will be there with you
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you let him.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to say one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
I thank God for my family, all my son-in-laws, and you too, all of y'all son-in-laws. I thank you for my grandchildren, 5 fingers and 10 fingers and 10 toes. You know, and those that he made, they're so smart.
Yes, ma'am.
I have friends say, you know, I feel so bad because I don't know how to do the computer. I said, I don't. That wasn't my time. And if God wants me to learn it, he'll see.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
otherwise, I don't worry about it.
Yes,
but I think I got a beautiful family. I love my son-in-laws.
oh,
And I do it because they take care of me. Anything that they can do for me, they'll do it.
Oh, my goodness.
And I don't want to be that bad grandma, no, that bad mother-in-law.
You don't want to
I
be
heard
there.
some of them say, I wish you'd go to Cuba.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yes. All right, you two. I want to thank you for just watching us, and I just want to encourage you to like this video and subscribe. Have a great day.
If my dad would kill one pig,
Wow.
the neighbors had to have a piece of it.
So you all helped each other out.
Help each other out.
So nobody lacked for anything.
Nobody lacked for nothing. I don't care what it was. If you had a peach tree, everybody had peaches. Everybody had pecans.
So
they don't do that today.